was a Sunday matinee for the Knicks today at Madison Square Garden, where they played Game 4 of their series between themselves and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, New York came into today with a 2-1 lead in the series and capitalized on having home court advantage in Game 4, won by a mark of 102-93. Another low-scoring affair between these two teams. You know that's the Thibodeau style of play, especially in the playoffs, is to reduce the pace, slow everything down, and make a team beat you possession by possession. Now, Jalen Brunson, the guy for the Knicks today, 11 for 22 from the floor, but 6 rebounds, 6 assists to go along with those 29 points. Really filled up that stat sheet. RJ Barrett had a much-needed star-like performance for the Knicks. 9 for 18 from the floor for him resulted in 26 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist to boot. Now, Barrett was 0 of 6 from beyond the arc. This is something that Thibodeau has addressed numerous times throughout the season. He has ease getting into the paint, navigating defenders, and finishing at the rim, but when he tries to get complicated, add those extra wrinkles and layers to his game from beyond the arc or off the dribble within the arc, well, it doesn't go as well for him. Barrett got to the line a lot today, went 8 for 13 from the charity stripe. That made up for those three-point woes. And overall, it was a really big rebounding day for the Knicks. They had 47 of those. Cleveland just 33. You saw Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson grab 2 offensive rebounds each. Mitchell Robinson had 7 offensive rebounds himself. Isaiah Hartenstein had a big impact on this matchup as well. He scored just 1 point, but his 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks were big time for these New York Knicks, and they were integral to getting this win. New York really has 2 centers now when it comes down to crunch time that Tom Thibodeau will trust out there on the floor, and he spoke about that after the game.
Very, very pleased, and in tandem, they've been terrific. The second half of the season on, Mitch is the anchor of the defense. Isaiah gives us the rim protection, and he's different offensively, so there's different components to it. And I think our bench has really good chemistry. They play off each other really well, and oftentimes there's a starter, or in some cases 2 that are out there with them. But I thought Deuce gave us really good minutes, even though they were short. It was critical to start the second quarter. And then I thought Obi was terrific, so he gave us energy, but he also gave us rebound. So, and then, what can you say about Josh Hart? Again, he's just one tough play after the next, a big shot, big offensive rebounds, great defense. The guy's, he's just a winner. And then, of course, the game that RJ had, and then you look at what Jalen did. We had a number of guys step up, and that's what you need in the playoffs.
It was a really physical day for New York in terms of how they played Cleveland, and that showed in the box score as well. Donovan Mitchell, 5 of 18 from the floor with 6 turnovers. The Knicks gave him a really tough time when he was trying to make some action happen out there. Darius Garland led Cleveland in scoring and was the player of the game for them. He had 23 points on 9 of 16, 10 assists to go along with that. But Garland's impact was really curtailed when Immanuel Quickley took the court. Quickley, 6'3" with a 6'9" wingspan, has all the physical tools to give players trouble on defense, but his mentality, his mindset is really conducive to a shutdown kind of defensive performance, and he was able to give the work to Darius Garland when the game called for it. Now, post-game, the Knicks came in, of course, happy, but very focused on the task at hand. Jalen Brunson asked various different questions, always brought it back to the task at hand and to focus on the task at hand. The mindset is a really big point that he made heading into Game 5 about closing out the series. Here's your clip of him talking about it.
To not thinking about closing it out. Don't think about closing it out at all. Just think of it like, hey, we have going to a hostile environment, and they're going to play desperate, and we just got to be able to bring it. We got to focus on one possession, 1 quarter at a time, and just keep building off that, and then just keep fighting, and we'll go from there.
The Knicks have an opportunity in Game 5 to close out the series, but as you just heard Jalen Brunson say, they will not be thinking about it that way. New York has a 48-minute basketball game to play that will tip off soon. Stay tuned to our coverage and don't miss a beat, as we've got you covered here for Fordham University's WFUV Sports. I'm Kris Pursiainen signing off from Madison Square Garden, thanking you for tuning in to the coverage.